A season in 30 seconds here. Everything resting on this. And Jed Spence meets it. Dwayne Holmes.
It's a painful one. He's just trying to do the right thing, which is help it back into an area, Dwayne Holmes, but it's on his weaker foot and he can't control it. And that, you suspect, will be that.
Well, Carlos Corberán, very gracious. It is Nottingham Forest time again. A generation has grown up without Premier League football at the City Ground. Cup came 43 years ago tomorrow, the second Forest. They've had to show real resilience all the way. A desperate start to the campaign. That's why Steve Cooper is here. He picked up the reins when they were rooted to the bottom of the table. At the end of the season in May, they taste the ecstasy of playoff triumph.
One team probably edged it in, probably was Nottingham Forest. And I think the start of the show with their defenders, I have to say, not as...
This generation of Forest players has made a little bit of history here. They've taken the team back to the Premier League for the first time this century. This will mean a lot to the players, it'll mean a lot to the players and the players' families and the fans. It'll mean a hell of a lot to this man. Let's get the thoughts of Joe Worrell.
Well done, Joe. Congratulations. As a lifelong Forest fan and the Forest captain now, what does this mean to you to be taking Nottingham Forest back to the Premier League?
Can't you tell? Honestly, I'm just so proud, so proud of the players and the staff, fans. Yeah, we've been fantastic all season. I thought. We're really unlucky, really unlucky to not go up automatically, in my opinion. I thought we were a really good value. We played with honesty, we played football the right way. And look, incredible.
There has been a yearning from the fans to get back to the top division. Have you felt that more and more as the season's progressed?
Yeah, like I keep saying, we've been really good, and it's not just this season. I'm not saying we've been good in the past seasons, because we've been shy, but it's been a long time coming that this club hasn't been in the top flight, and seen a lot of good people come and go, and they've all added a little bit, 0.5% to this football club, and. Fantastic, such an honour to captain Forest.
Joe, it's understandable with your emotions, but we must apologise for your language there. What about today's game? Second half, Huddersfield got on the ball a bit more, but were you always confident that you could see it out?
Yeah, we don't mind suffering. We've suffered for a long time off the pitch, so half an hour is nothing compared to what we've suffered for so many years, and yeah, I just want to say a big thanks to everybody who's helped us. Everybody. I'll forget names if I even attempt to reel them off, but we've been really good value this season, and I'm just so proud, especially for the manager. Such a nice bloke, and he's failed twice in the playoffs before, and I'm absolutely made up for him. You can see it in his eyes when he talks to you in the dressing room, around the place. He calls me on my days off, and Steve Cooper, what's he want? And he's just checking up on me, checks up on all the players, and he's fantastic. These little things that the people don't know about. really, really nice, genuine man, and I've made up for him.
You were bottom of the league when he took over, so what on earth has he done to you? Every dog has its day. It's your day today, Joe. Well done, congratulations. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you, cheers.
I get the sense that he will enjoy it very, very late into the night. Articulate, passionate, empathetic, thoughtful, kind, caring, the type of leader Nottingham Forest fans absolutely love. Another one that they absolutely love is getting lots of love here pitchside as we watch Steve Cooper, Breeze Samba take the plaudits, the deserved plaudits. This team, this group of men has made Nottingham proud. Stuart Pearce, can you try and sum this up?
I think the Forest captain there summed it up really well. I think he spoke very well. Him, McKenna and Cook went to see the opposition at the end of the game, which I think was a classy touch by all three of them. And the stadium's bouncing now, and Nottingham Forest will be a massive credit to the Premier League next year. Let's spare a thought to Huddersfield. You know, deservedly well done, really well getting here today. But I think probably over 90 minutes the better side won.
Certainly was a closely fought game, and it's heartbreak, of course, for the Huddersfield Town players. Couldn't repeat the heroics of 2017. But Joby McAnuff, Nottingham Forest, they've not seen Premier League football this century.
Listen, we're very, very privileged to be at games like this, occasions like this, and I've got to be honest, I don't think I've seen a reaction like this. I mean, literally, the place has gone absolutely ballistic, as you can hear, and it feels perhaps like 23 years worth of pain and suffering and heartache has just erupted, exploded. All the emotions are coming out. And listen, it is a fantastic football club that has suffered. These fans have suffered. They go week in, week out, and it's just great to see them being able to share this moment. Brilliant, brilliant scenes, and fully deserved over the season, yes, but also today they came and executed the game plan the best.
Hef, of course, let's just part the Huddersfield hat for just a second. We'll come on to them in due course. The Terriers terrific over the course of the season. But how does it feel to win at Wembley in the playoff final? What are they feeling now?
Big congratulations to Nottingham Forest, such a massive club. You see just the supporters here, they obviously deserve Premier League too. It means a lot for all the players, and I think it sums it up that Steve Cooper comes to Nottingham Forest, sort them out, and they deserve it. You have to say this, without a doubt. This man, he deserves every praise. Because I texted him when he take over this job. If you can turn around Nottingham Forest and you get them to the Premier League, you're maybe the next gaffer from England, you know, as a laugh. Because I thought he couldn't do it. Because there is like something around the place that you never will arrive in the Premier League. But he did it. And big praise to Nottingham Forest. Well done.
The main gist, of course, is playing the game, not the occasion, Stuart. Now they can celebrate the occasion, can't they, Nottingham Forest?
They certainly can, and well, listen, the atmosphere inside the stadium's quite incredible. I'm not sure I ever played at Wembley in a Forest team that had this sort of atmosphere. That's how much it means to this football club. They've waited a hell of a long time to actually get back into the Premier League. And, well, certainly myself, you that have been there and stepped out of the City ground, very, very proud of their achievement.
It's certainly a moment to share, it's a moment to savour. If you were a Forest fan, this is a moment of pure euphoria. Joe Worrell making his way up the Wembley steps. He has captained Nottingham Forest back to the Premier League via the playoff final. For the trophy lift, Don Goodman and Daniel Mann.
Pure euphoria, and the noise from the Forest supporters as louder as I'm sure you have ever heard at a playoff final, Don.
Yeah, I've been coming here since 2007, my first playoff final, championship playoff final that I covered for Sky Sports. That final whistle, that's the loudest reaction. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and I've been there and seen it and heard it all before, but not quite like that. I mean, it's been an incredible, barren spell for Nottingham Forest, but the drought is over, and if ever a club deserved it, I think we have to concede this club deserve it.
nicer bloke. And what a reputation he is building, a reputation burnished still further. Steve Cooper, who came into this club when they were very much on their knees on the bottom of the table. They were close, they pushed for automatic promotion, and when you miss out on that, there's often the potential that the heartache is just too great to get over, but they've got over it quickly enough. Brilliant performance at Bramall Lane in the semi-final. A different kind of performance today, but in many ways just as good. Joe Worrell will receive his medal following in the footsteps of legends as a Nottingham Forest captain. Huddersfield players gathered on the pitch watching them. Lewis Grabban is the club captain, we shouldn't forget, but absent through injury. Well, maybe a touch of relief that it's all over. They've got through the game. He said you can do everything right and still end up on the losing side on an occasion like this. His old club pretty much did that last night, Liverpool against Real Madrid in Paris. But they have got it right. They managed to keep their opponents at arm's length and do enough themselves to win the game, and that is what it's all about. Steve Cook, he's done it the old-fashioned way. It's a different and very enjoyable experience. One or two famous faces in the Royal Box who have been, as I say, Johnny Owen and Vicky McClure there. A few legendary Forest names in there, including our old friend Gary Birtles as well, who has enjoyed this occasion more than most, I'm sure. Well, here we go. It is a new beginning for Nottingham Forest. Well, it may not be a European Cup, but for this generation, it's their Munich, it's their Madrid, it's their moment again. England's elite will be heading to the City Ground again, and what a roar awaits them. A season that began wreathed in despair and difficulty ends in ecstasy. The financial prize is huge, but the football prize is as big as it gets, and it belongs to Nottingham Forest. And it is richly deserved.
What a moment for these Nottingham Forest players. There's not a single free Nottingham Forest seat in their side of Wembley. Every single Reds fan has stayed. Every single Reds fan has stayed here to watch these players lift this trophy, which confirms their return to the Premier League for the first time in 23 years. Bottom of the table, Stuart, when Steve Cooper took over. Now they're in the Premier League.
Well, I think that's the most exciting thing about today's victory. The dedication, turning the team around, getting the results that they needed just to get here. You know, and that's certainly credit to Steve Cooper. He'll take all the plaudits and come from us in the
Cooper after that, and he said as long as we take something from that night, as long as we learn from the experience, he understands they've got young players in the squad, and he felt that that could help them a little bit further down the line in the playoffs, in big games, and learn how to handle big occasions, and I think they certainly did take something from that.
My God, this is a very noisy Wembley Stadium, quite rightly so. It means to the players, this is what it means to the fans. Listen to this, Nottingham Forest fans, you are back.